back with more Buffy. This is episode 6 of season 7. Very excited to carry on with the season. Last episode I loved, it was fantastic. A lot of focus on Anya and her being a vengeance demon, getting out of the game, Halfrek getting all burnt and sacrificed orcs, but there we have it. So I think, you know, some kind of resolution there for Anya, but I think, you know, there's still a lot of work for her to do as she like really finds herself and stuff, which I think is going to be a really cool little story for her. But I hope they don't kind of keep her at so much of a distance from the main group for a particularly long time, you know. Spike's obviously still going through it, and Buffy's started her job at the new Sunnydale High, so that's kind of cool. And yeah, I'm excited to see what they're going to be focusing on next with the season, because we had in episode 4, we had Cassie. Did I say Cassie? Is her name Cassie? It wasn't Cassie. No, it was Cassie. Okay, I'm glad I had that in my head. Cassie made all these predictions that could kind of pay off later on down the line. The last episode, to Hoffrin said "Beneath You," from "Beneath You It Devours," which we've heard before. So I think that's going to be a big thing this season. So the pieces are being put in place. So I'm intrigued to see if we're going to explore them a bit more now, or what on earth they have planned. So yeah, let's just get into the next one.
You're not going to touch my food. I take the first shower in the morning, and if I use up all the hot water, that's your tough noogies. And I hate this plan.
Oh.
Keep it up, or do you need some kind of English to concentrate?
They're living together again.
But he's been through a lot, okay? And nobody is attacking me.
Sorry.
Fuck.
No, it's me. I just...
I'll go.
It's not you.
I will. I feel for him. Feel what, exactly? Dawn. No, I'm just
Fucked
trying
if
to
I know.
understand. Spike knew how wrong it was. That's why he went away. But
Well, that's alright then.
I just don't think it's the school basement that's making people crazy.
Oh, I should really get back.
It's the Hellmouth.
You know what? I just don't see
It's
why
life.
people bother.
Oh boy. Is he a vampire? Is he a demon? Is he a giant insect? Oh, Dawn. Oh.
I don't want my friends out there alone right now. Okay?
Oh. I'm glad we're getting a scene like this, addressing all
I
this.
guess you guys could use my help.
Yes! Oh, thank God.
A vending machine fell on Cheryl, and all you can think about is new cheerleaders. Hey,
Is the vending machine
so,
alright?
You know, I heard some.
Well, you know what? It could have been worse.
You're all on the team?
I like how I keep playing like these really upbeat, happy songs like it's a standard teen show set in school.
Don Summers.
Oh no. Oh, please be good. Please be good. I mean, I wouldn't know if this is good, to be honest.
Nice outfit.
Razorbacks, Razorbacks, we're gonna play. We got a secret weapon and his name is RJ. So hear us cheer, hear us yell, listen what we say. Razorbacks, Razorbacks, go! RJ!
Oh!
Okay. Very spirited.
And subtle.
Come on, Donnie. Come
Oh
out.
no. I mean, it was funny, Dawn.
How would you even know? RJ's never gonna notice me now.
Oh, he noticed you.
It's love. I love RJ.
Oh, now, come on.
Again, since yesterday.
He's probably a
It's also
demon.
fast. I believe that you think it's real. It seems real to you.
Know what? Maybe I don't want advice from the dysfunction queen.
Oh, shit.
You have no idea how I feel. You have no idea what real love
Kind of
is.
sounded like her talking to Spike last season, then.
Maybe if you did.
Nobody's better than RJ.
Yeah, well, that's not really up to you, is it?
Fuck! Say, step too far. Huh. Not the right time, but... Okay, what's happening to Dawn? Is RJ an alien? Is he probing her? Oh, actually, I hope he's not fucking probing her.
At least he's still got RJ to take over.
Yeah. Well, I think we have everything we need for now. I'm sorry you had to get involved in this.
Smelling a rat.
Check out the fan club.
That's Dawn, isn't it?
Daddy like.
What's that shirt made of?
No. Oh.
No. Daddy, no, I wasn't. What I was looking
Yes,
at was-
Xander. Fucking hell.
Right there with you.
So what? Suddenly you're mom now?
No, I'm not. And I am glad she's not here to see you like this.
Oh.
I saw you with RJ.
So? We were just dancing.
Did RJ cast a spell from Bewitched, Bothered, and Bewildered?
I'll never let you have him, bitch! RJ is mine, I mean it! Stay away from
Jesus.
Well,
I mean, his name's RJ. Isn't that a warning sign? Probably stands for, like,
All right?
real jerk.
Bring these.
everyone depending on me. But that was a lot of pressure.
Oh.
It doesn't mean you get to...
Does he give off some kind of
That's not like a
weird love scent? Maybe he's just spraying on a lot of links.
They work you pretty hard, don't they?
Nothing will be worked pretty hard. Thank you. Jesus Christ, what's going on?
He might have said that you came on a little strong.
Oh my god.
Oh no, she's
No,
trying to
honey, not at all. No, it's just...
get her to back up. Ah, what is... Ah.
One of you. And there's one of me. You were the one in math class. Tell me what that adds up to.
Leaving.
I still say Wood's the worst. You haven't seen the way that guy rides me. I wish somebody would just get him off my back.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
that would be cool.
And sometimes I don't even do anything wrong.
Well, this is wrong. I hope they were just like hugging. Or...
Xander, hi. This is RJ. You know, I'm extremely youthful and peppy.
And you're a member of the authority?
You were the one I trusted.
Love spells. People forget how dangerous they can be.
Hey, been there.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Good times.
Here,
No.
something.
The way Anya was looking at him then.
There was a time I was worried about RJ. Used to be all into comic books, Model UN, geek stuff. No offense, Harris.
How dare you?
Where did you get the jacket?
Oh, Dad gave it to me. Made a big deal.
Oh, is it the jacket that's doing
Mom
something?
wearing that jacket.
Oh,
You stay away from her.
For Buffy.
For fuck's sake. Burn the jacket.
But you don't even know him. Yes, I do. I looked into him and I saw his soul.
This is madness.
Unless his soul is in his ass.
This is like Bewitched, Bothered, and Bewildered and Superstar like blended together.
I'll kill the principal. That is hard to top.
yeah? Well, I have skills. I can prove my love with magic.
You're right. What are you gonna do? Use magic to make him into a girl? Oh, damn.
It's cool they've kind of styled it in that, like, a different kind of genre of show. Oh boy.
Well, Buffy's gonna kill Principal Wood.
Fine, okay, let's start there.
Oh my god. What the hell? Donkey!
No guy is worth your life, not ever.
RJ is. And don't say he isn't. Look what you were willing to do.
Don, I would give him to you in a second if I could. It's how much you're scaring me.
Now, you sure you understand the plan?
I think I got it, yeah.
and, you know, think about slipping that jacket on just a little bit.
I refused to answer that on the grounds that it didn't fit.
Tool gets his jacket from his brother.
Wow.
Got it from their father.
I feel so stupid all over his smell.
Get ready to feel even stupider when it's not.
I'm under your spell.
Yeah, Anya.
Sunnydale's late-night bandit, who is still at large. A masked thief held up a number.
Okay, great. Ice cream, my treat.
Oh god. Okay. Good episode overall, pretty solid. There were quite a lot to kind of enjoy in there, even if, you know, it wasn't like the greatest kind of storyline or whatever, like a one-off kind of feel, but it was still fun. I did enjoy watching it. It was a bit crazy, a bit silly and fun. I like how it kind of did commit to the whole idea of, you know, someone just going crazy for someone and doing all these crazy things for them. Kind of like what Buffy and Dawn were talking about at the start of the episode. Dawn was kind of saying, you know, I don't understand how you could do all these crazy things for someone you love or whatever like that. And then obviously this whole thing kind of plays out. And I liked how they kept playing the music every time someone like fell in love with RJ in the jacket. That was really funny. And it just kind of felt like, well, those stereotypical kind of teen shows or movies where a girl sees a guy walking down a corridor, that music's kind of playing, like, oh my god. I liked how they kind of were playing into that a bit, and clearly there's a lot of self-awareness that I think is what made the episode more of a success than it would have been otherwise. Buffy does tend to do that, you know, it's more like a commentary on things when it does certain tropes. It's not like it just outright does the tropes most of the time. So yeah, I did enjoy that aspect of things. I think just because it was an enchanted jacket, so I feel like I just missed like a good baddie to fight, you know? I feel like I missed a weird like monstery thing. I guess that's why they put that scene in with Anya in the beginning when she was getting attacked by something, and Buffy saved her, just so they could have like a creature in the episode. Because the problem to solve here was a jacket, so yeah. And even then, I wish we'd gotten answers about where it came from. You know, it's been like passed down from like generations or whatever, but I guess we'll never know the true mystery. Maybe that's in the comics. Is there a comic all about the jacket? That'd be funny. So yeah, the kind of, I guess, completionist in me, maybe, I don't know if that's not the right word, but you know what I mean. I kind of wish we knew where that came from. It would be interesting if they keep showing RJ a bit and we see that he's just not as popular anymore and stuff. That'd be really sad, but that's kind of the effect of the jacket. But I did like that they could play around, at least in like the early part of the episode when it was mainly just Dawn who was getting affected by it. It was like, is Dawn just in fact really infatuated, that's making it a bit bitchy, or is something really going on here? And then obviously we see that that's the case when Buffy kind of gets involved in it and stuff. But the jacket itself, I like that it wasn't too overpowered and stuff, that everything went right for the owner. It was just like some people around him would like fall for him. But, you know, he still didn't get the quarterback position and stuff like that until Dawn pushed the guy down the stairs. But again, driven by a spell, that is the key thing here. You know, it did turn a lesbian into someone who wanted RJ and then wanted to turn him into a woman. So it's interesting kind of, you know, do you hold him responsible and stuff like that? You can probably maybe hold it a bit more against Xander when he was like, I did try it on, and that's the only reason he didn't really wear it and properly use it. That's not great, but everyone else was kind of unknowingly influenced by it, and it did provide a few good laughs, I suppose. And I did like how Buffy and Dawn kind of really became aware of what was going on, even before the jacket was destroyed. I did enjoy that, and it was just like Buffy's love for her sister and seeing her potentially like kill herself. It was like, oh my god, you know, this is ridiculous, we're clearly being affected by something here. I liked that that happened, and it wasn't like, oh, they destroyed the jacket just in time for Buffy to save Dawn from the train. I'm glad that happened, and then they could destroy the jacket. Because, you know, that sisterly kind of bond that Buffy and Dawn have, I always really enjoy. So I like that they kind of put a showcase on that, and that actually snapped them out of it for the most part, and then the jacket was wrecked. I enjoyed that. And it seems RJ didn't know that the jacket did that. He didn't really fight to get it back when Xander and Spike nicked it. So I'm guessing he didn't really know that that had that effect, which is probably for the best, because otherwise he would have been a real jerk, RJ. But that's not the case. But still, interesting kind of concept for an episode. And it did allow the characters, I guess, to have, or at least the actors, I guess more so than the characters, to have a bit of fun and do different kind of things and just be a bit silly. You know, whenever they have like a spell going wrong kind of episode, like Something Blue or Tabula Rasa and stuff, it's probably a lot of fun for the actors to kind of do that. And this was an example of that. I don't think it was like the strongest example of it that we've seen, but it was still an interesting idea. I like how they kind of played into the, you know, teen romance, the high school romance. You know, oh yeah, we're going to be together forever, you're my one true love. And kind of talking about Dawn's loneliness again and feeling kind of left out, because at the start when she was trying to talk to RJ, he was kind of very much involved in this other group of friends. They kind of excluded her a bit. It seems the friends she made at the start of the season, she hasn't really stayed hanging out with them. She kind of lost a friend in Cassie a few episodes ago. And then when she did kind of have this connection, Buffy apparently came along and stole it because she was influenced by the spell. So that's clearly been a big struggle for Dawn. And the fact that she's like, oh, I'm never going to get a guy, I'll just kill myself to try and prove it, my love to him. There's a sense of tragedy to that she feels like that's the only way, even under a spell, she felt that was the only way it was worth it. That's still really sad, even if she was kind of influenced by that. And then the montage of them all going off to like do separate things. I liked Wood in this episode as well. He had a few funny lines with RJ, and then Buffy trying to kill him, and Spike was like, no! I really liked that kind of shot of Wood listening to music, and then you just see Buffy like chasing Spike in the background. Some really like funny comedic moments in this episode that I appreciated. Especially because, you know, the last couple of episodes were quite serious and stuff like that. So it was nice to have a bit of a fun one, as long as you don't think too hard about like the spell and actually how awful and horrible it is and the potential abuse that could come if that jacket had fallen into the wrong hands, you know. But I think there's always kind of that layer when it comes to some Buffy storylines, and you just need to go with what the episode's giving you and not think too much about other connotations at times, because then it would just ruin the episodes and there'd be no fun. But it's a difficult balance, I think, with that. So yeah, that was enjoyable. And I love this stuff with Buffy and Anya near the start, where Buffy was like, you shouldn't be alone in all of this, and that can tie into Dawn's loneliness a bit later on. I'm really glad that those two particularly had a scene together after the last episode where they're like fighting to try and stop each other, kill each other, whatever. And there's kind of a bit left unsaid almost from that episode, and now Buffy's still like, you're my friend, I'm checking up on you. Clearly they've moved a bit, you know, they've moved on from that, and Anya's still very much struggling with being mortal because she can't really defend herself from people attacking her. I really liked that, and that Anya does seem to be properly still included in the main group and she's not going to be excluded. That's great, because that was obviously a big problem with like Cordelia in season 3 after she broke up with Xander. So they've definitely addressed and fixed that, so that's great. I'm glad we're going to see a lot more of Anya, and the fact she's still kind of like, I need to find myself. That's really enjoyable. Spike is living with Xander now, so it was interesting when those two lived together a bit in season 4, so could be some stuff there. I actually really liked the dynamic between the two of them, and the idea of Spike getting out of the basement is actually going to help him, I think. That makes sense. I like that. He's maybe not torturing himself as much. I think that should really help with his kind of character journey and my journey with him. And what Buffy was kind of saying about, you know, the things she's doing to help Spike, and should she really be doing that? Does he really deserve that? I found that very, very interesting in terms of later in the episode how far everyone, all these women, were going for this guy they thought they loved. And who was Buffy talking to before? I think she was talking to Dawn. And it's like, you know, you think this is love, but it's not really, and that it's like you see it as love, and that's kind of how she was talking to Spike at the end of last season. We know how obviously that played out. So they tied a lot back into that storyline. I'm glad they're not shying away from the fact that, you know, seeing red did happen, and that's a big deal. They keep mentioning the fact that, you know, there was an attempted rape. They're not even shying away from the word rape, which is good. But it's still a healing process, and I like that they're doing that. And if we get a bit more of this Spike, I'm all for it. I liked him kind of helping out with Xander and stuff like that. But I also like that they're not completely glossing over it and being like, oh, you know, Spike's fine now, we can all be okay with him. Xander's clearly not okay with that. Dawn wasn't okay with it either. And then when Spike touched Buffy, you know, she was like that. She's like still kind of recovering from that. So yeah, it's a healing process, but I feel like we made some big steps and paved way, and I enjoyed Spike actually helping out and doing his bit. Yeah, he's kind of just there to do what he needed to do. It's not like the storyline was particularly about him or anything, so I think that definitely helps in terms of progression for his character and his redemption, the fact that he has a soul now. I imagine we'll get a lot more explanation of that as time goes on, and maybe even an episode all about Spike and what he's going to be doing now, which will probably also help a lot, so we'll see. But I did actually enjoy Spike in this episode, which is good. So yeah, I liked everything with that. And yeah, all the women going off to do their different things, and the fact that most of them got stopped, and then Anya actually robbed this bank, and the ending, she was like, I'll buy some ice cream, shall I? That was funny. So even when she's just mortal again, she can still do like, these crazy things. Yes, it was influenced by a spell, but she still can be capable of quite insane acts. The fact that she robbed this bank, like Jesus. I imagine that's obviously just like a played off joke, but it would be funny if that came back to bite her or something. Like in like 10 episodes she just gets arrested for robbing a bank. That'd be kind of funny, but I feel like it's just played off as a joke. So yeah, overall, solid episode. Not like the best thing in the world, I would say, not one of my favourites of the season, but solid and enjoyable, and I'd rather that than a bad episode or a boring episode. So that's certainly not what this was. There's a lot of funny moments in there, some really good lines. I like kind of an interesting exploration of like Dawn's isolation and loneliness that kind of continues from season 5 and 6. The concept of the enchanted, possessed kind of jacket thing's interesting. I wish we'd gotten maybe a bit more of like origin for that. The Xander and Spike dynamic was interesting. I did enjoy Spike in this episode. That's a big step forward. I liked Buffy coming to her senses when she saw that Dawn was in danger, and that made her kind of snap out of things even before the jacket was destroyed. Exploring that kind of really nice sisterly bond. The fact that they mentioned Joyce a few times as well, strengthening that. The fact that Buffy needs to kind of be almost a mother to Dawn and a sister. I liked Wood's scenes, he was funny, he had a few good lines, and yeah, just the commentary on how crazy and how far people may go to prove their love to someone, especially in high school, because they all kind of acted like high school girls when they're like, I love him the most, blah blah blah, kind of commentary on that, and they really committed to the bit with like the music and the way it was edited when they were all off doing their own separate ways of proving their love. It felt like, you know, typical kind of teen high school drama. So I like how he played into the genre of that. It really sold the episode and made it work. If we didn't have that much dedication to the bit, I think this probably would have been a bit of a flop of an episode, but it wasn't, so it really worked, and I really actually enjoyed it. It was good fun. So yeah, great episode. Looking forward to seeing what's going to happen next. I think we are switching back to Angel now for the next cycle. I believe it's 2 Angels and then 1 Buffy, I think. So it's definitely Angel next though, for sure. So yeah, really enjoyed this episode. Looking forward to seeing what's going to happen next. And until my next reaction, thanks for watching.